What a deck!
Hello and welcome to What a Deck, where we play troll decks, rogue decks, and whatever the hell I feel like. I'm your host, Hardleg Joe, and today we're looking at Shinobird Turbo. If you're unfamiliar with the Shinobirds, they're a new subset of spirit monsters that come with these ritual spirits, and they're kind of like a boss monster deck. They run off these two, the Shinobaron and the shinobaroness, kind of turboing them out as fast as possible, with some other generic ritual and generic spirit support. Now, if you know me, you know anything about this show, you know that generally, once I play a deck, I try not to play that same deck again for a year, give it a chance to evolve, and give other archetypes a chance to shine. And I always play spirits for the year anniversary of the What a Deck. And we're not quite there yet, we're not at the 2-year anniversary, although it's coming up. But I decided to take a look at spirits anyway, because this is the 100th episode. And again, I'm not too big on anniversaries, I'm not doing that much special for the 100th episode, but I figured it'd be a good excuse to play my favorite type of monsters once again. I'll look at these, the Shinobirds this week, and then a few weeks down when we hit the 2-year anniversary, I'll look at my spirit toolbox that I did last year. So hopefully you guys don't mind seeing so many spirits here within the span of just 4 weeks, but I figured it would be something fun. But anyway, I digress. If you want the deck profile, there's a link in the description to a separate, much shorter video. I'll just go over everything in here and explain how it works. Otherwise, I'm playing 10 duels against random opponents on YGOPro. I'll be testing this out, showing you all the combos, and hopefully, we'll have a little fun. Alrighty, here we are, first duel versus Yami. And you want to go second with this deck. Generally with spirits in general. Generally. I just like saying generally a lot for some reason. I'm still a little bit flustered. I had to record that intro like 10 times to get it right. Behind the scenes stuff. But anyway, you want to go second with this deck and with spirits in general, because they don't really have very many strong opening plays. If you're unfamiliar with the spirits, they all have the same effect, that they can't be special summoned, and during the end phase, they return to your hand. They return to their owner's hand, which is kind of important for some other things. I don't think it's really important for this deck, but other decks, there's cool things where you can, like, creature swap spirits, and then they'll come back to your hand and your opponent won't get to keep anything. We're not really running those shenanigans this time. But, yeah, generally, you're not going to have anything on the field, especially the first turn. Fortunately, we're pretty set. We can go ahead and pre-preparations of rites. We'll get our ritual, and we'll get our monster. And he's got some back row. We could get rid of all the back row, but then we wouldn't be able to get over his monster, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it's better to stun him down. I don't think he's going to be doing, yeah, I don't think he's going to be doing any OTKs anytime soon. So we'll go ahead, play this. Go ahead and use Manju, and we'll add our other spirit, our other Shinobird. Yeah, if you don't know, they're both level 8 rituals. They're the Shinobaron and the shinobaroness. They're both peacocks, for whatever reason. The Baron can send up to 3 monsters back to your opponent's hand, and the Baroness sends up to 3 spell cards back to the deck. So he's got 3 spell cards. That's the one we're going to use. So we'll summon her, and we're going to use Yaksha and this, just because they're not particularly useful at the moment. And hope that this isn't a monster negation, because that shuts this deck down pretty much entirely. And then we can summon a level 4 spirit from our deck. Oh, that'll work perfectly. We're going to choose Nikitama, because if Nikitama is sent to the graveyard while you control a spirit, you get to draw a card. So that'll allow us to make a rank 4 play. We'll go into our Dark Rebellion Ixie Dargan, which will have his attack. We'll gain that much attack, and because this was sent to the graveyard and we control a spirit, we get to draw a card. It's plus city, and he surrendered. So there you go. That is what Shinobirds do. They're kind of they're a little linear in some ways. Like, there's a couple choices you have to make, and sometimes you have to make difficult plays with your spirits, but most of the time it's summon your big ritual, make rank 4 plays. And usually your rituals get rid of enough resources that your opponent's not going to be able to come back. Assuming they don't negate it. If we come up against a, what's it called? Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, we're going to have a bad time. But we'll save that for the second duel. Alright, here we are, second duel versus Asperos 1996. no longer the king of games. You may have saw down there, Yami actually tried to challenge me a second time, and I was like, you want to go again? And then he left, because no, he did not want to go again. These spirits, they can be... like I said, they're not like completely harsh, because there's a lot of things that shut them down. Like I said, any monster negation whatsoever. Definitely not as competitive as I would like from spirits. But they can be mean at times. Depending on what your opponent's playing, this may be like one of those decks that people have no chance of facing, or that they have no problem utterly destroying. And fortunately, again, we start with pre-preparations of rites. Really, really excellent card for rituals. Makes all rituals, not all rituals, but most rituals viable. Lets you add a ritual spell card and a ritual monster that's named on that spell card. Looks like we're playing ABC XYZ. He's doing the old ones and the new ones, which is good. We'll have more of a chance that way. Granted, we have a pretty good ABC matchup. I mean, they can banish stuff, but I can usually get rid of a lot of their resources and keep them trapped down, assuming he doesn't have, like, solemn strikes and stuff like that. But what's interesting, most of the time with these newer rituals, they'll make them, like, generic. So you'll have a spell that'll be like, this can summon any Gishki ritual, and then you can't use pre-preparations of rites, because it has to say the exact name of the monster. Fortunately, the ritual spell, in this case, it names both the ritual monsters. So you can grab the spell and then either one of the monsters, which is really nice, works with this. Of course, this is one of those cards that, like, if they ever come out with a really good ritual monster again, something along the lines of Necros that actually names stuff, this is going to be banned in an instant. It won't even matter. And once again, they don't really have strong monsters out, so I'm going to go with the Baroness and see if I can get rid of that spell trap. We're going to go ahead and play Power Spot, really nice. It'll give it 500 extra attack. And if a wind-type ritual returns to our hand, or no, if it's a wind monster, I can add a spirit monster or ritual spell card from my deck to my hand. So if you get this, really good. I just noticed, though, I don't have the tribute. I need 8 levels, and I do not have 8 levels. A sad state of affairs. So I'm sitting here planning to summon this, and then I cannot summon it. And this is not particularly useful in this situation. Fortunately, we have many traps. Because your spirits return to you at the end phase, we're playing a lot of things like Quaking Mirror Force, Drowning Mirror Force, because oftentimes we won't even have anything on the field, so this will be great directs attacks. And Bewildering Wind, monster negation of our own. We can get rid of those pesky things. So we'll see what he makes. Either way, we can... And I use the Quaking Mirror Force, which a lot of people like to use this. I'm not usually a big fan of it unless you're playing a deck that specifically wants monsters face down. But the great thing about the Baron is he can send 3 monsters back to the hand. It doesn't target, and they don't have to be face up. So you can Quaking Mirror Force, and then send all their stuff back into the extra deck. So I think for now, though, we'll just go ahead and use our Drowning, because we don't want him to have resources that he can use or that can get into the grave. Granted, he can make another Gear Gigant X or something. Bad aim. Target 1 card on the field other than that card and destroy it. Alright, so he's getting rid of my Power Spot, which sucks. I kind of like that. That really helps the deck recursion, because even the ritual spirits will return back to your hand. So it's nice, the Power Spot makes it so that when they do return back to your hand, you're able to get another ritual from your deck. And now I can summon this, but he's got nothing for me to get rid of, unfortunately. And I don't think it's worth it just to do the 2500 when I could be removing things. So I'm just going to summon Azura's Priest. This is one of these one-of cards. It can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. And with the Power Spot, it would have 500 more attack, so it could actually be pretty decent beat stick for swarmy decks. The cool thing about this is that the Shinobaroness, Shinobaroness, when you activate and resolve her effect, I guess you have to activate it to resolve it. Whatever, semantics. When you resolve her effect, you get to summon one spirit monster level 4 or lower from your deck. Now, of course, the spirits it ignores their summoning conditions, because normally spirits can't be special summoned. But it's pretty nice. So I play like a couple one-of monsters that have effects like this, where it doesn't matter if it's... A lot of the ritual monsters have ignition effects that when they're summoned, but it's only when they're normal summoned. This is just like I could special summon it, and then it's just a beat stick, so we're good. So now he has some things. We're going to go ahead. We'll try this. Summon the Baroness by tributing the other Baroness. Bada bingo. We will send these back unless he can negate it, which, by the way, it's waiting. He can probably negate it. Somehow, yep, Fiendish Chain. A sad state of affairs. In bird culture, this is considered a dick move. So we'll set that. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and normal summon this. We'll attack over whatever he's got. Just so he can't make a rank 4 play next turn. Hopefully. Depending on what this is. Unless he's got like a Mirror Force. Huh? Okay. No, but he does have a 2000. So, a sad state of affairs. Yeah, you'll have to comment in the comments if you know who that is or what that line is from. Because actually, I was trying to think forever what kind of negation I would do for this, because I don't really negate. I mean, I have Lost Wind, but that's not really that big of a negation. Yep. So, most of the time, if stuff's going to be negated, it's going to be my stuff, and I'm going to be mildly perturbed. And I mean, this isn't that much of a dick move. I mean, Fiendish Chain kind of outdone by a lot of newer stuff. We just gotta hope that he can't summon something really big. What's he's gonna equip? Okay. I would have made a rank 4, but that's fine. He doesn't know what I have set here either. This is cool. New Shinobird spell trap, Shinobird healing. You can banish a spirit to negate an attack and end the battle phase. Really useful because, again, you don't have very much. But perhaps more importantly, when a spirit monster returns to your hand, as they do every end phase, you get to blow up a card on the field. And I'm going to pick this one. Which, granted, I'm still here. I can't activate my effects. But I can attack now. So now I have a 2500 attack beat stick. Something that can actually do stuff. Yeah, interesting quirk about the spirits is it's during the end phase of the turn they're normal summoned. They return to the hand. So if you special summon them with Peacock's effect, or if they get stuck because of Fiendish Chain, or some other things, they're not going to be able to leave the field. So he's going to do that. He's going to try to banish my things. He has to discard a card for that. Negate attack, interesting. Old school, kind of. So this is where we use our Lost Winds to be like, nay, I'm negating that. Now you are the one getting the bird culture dick moves. Also, did you notice your attack is halved? Your attack is halved. You might want to take notice of that, because now you're much lower than me. Yeah. The thing about Bewildering Winds is it makes their original attack half. And so, if you're unfamiliar with YGOPro, your original attack is displayed in white. If it goes above that, it'll be green. If it goes below that, it'll be red. So some people don't see red, and then they're like, oh, well, my attack isn't lowered. They don't notice it. Either that, or he was just surrendering by being like, well, fuck it, I'm doomed. Even though he had another card. But, I don't know. Either way. Win our second duel, let's go into the third duel. Okie dokie, here we are, third duel versus Daniel RDS. And once again, if you know anything about me, if you know anything about the third duel, that means it's time to mention that I have these sleeves I made with the rituals with the Baroness on them. And if you want those, you could donate to the Patreon, $1. We'll get you all the sleeves I've ever built. Plus I have the YDK files and negations, and there's a bunch of other perks. I have a video on my channel somewhere. You can find it, you're smart kids. It explains all the Patreon perks. I think I have it in the description now of every video. So if you just scroll down, it'll be like, click this to learn about the Patreon. And I made that specifically so I wouldn't have to talk about the Patreon when I could be talking about cool-looking spirit monsters. Granted, there's not much, I mean, it's kind of noble. I kind of don't like the way that the Shinobaroness looks. And it's also kind of weird to me that, like, you got the male at, like, this 35-degree angle. I know. I guess that's a 45-degree angle. But he's looking to the, I guess it would be to the right. He's looking to the right, and then the Baroness is like straight on. Like, she should be looking to the left. Then they could fit perfectly together. It'd be awesome. Let's see. So we've got this guy, but again, he's got more spell traps than monsters. But that's cool. We've got Nikitama. In addition to letting you draw cards, when you normal summon it, you can normal summon again this turn. If it's a spirit. Bada bingo. So then we got Aratama. Aratama will let you search any spirit. And you know what is also a spirit? Shinobaroness. And let's see here. We can go ahead and do our calling. We will summon this one by attributing... Yeah, we'll do from our hand. Why not? We could do 2 and draw 2 cards, because that's not a once per turn kind of thing. Fortunately, mandatory effect, optional effect. So I can't choose the chain order. This always goes first. Interesting. But I could still summon one. Let's go ahead. See, what will I have in hand? Yeah, let's go ahead and do Sousa Soldier, which is another one of that I play because he has 2,000 attack. And he'll just stay on the field now. So it's just 2,000 attack point monster. This will come back. So let's go ahead. Samurai. No! What did I... Damn it. Damn it. I fucked up. That's fine, I can still draw one. Yay. And I can still attack whatever your face down is. I doubt it has more than 2,000 defense. Necroz. This is a weird Necroz deck. Do I have anything that shuts down Necroz? Wait, what is Swirl Slime's effect? You can fusion summon from your graveyard, including this card. Yeah, we're fine. I wish I could have done so much more. This will come back. This will come back. And when the rituals come back, they summon 2 15-15 tokens. 1,500 tokens. Which are nice. I mean, it's just a little bit of added defense. Just hope they don't do piercing damage. And of course, if you have nothing else, if they can't destroy both of these, you can use them as tribute to summon it back again. Which is always cool. And cool things are cool. So let's go ahead. Do this again. Get my spell again. Yeah. And let's see. Yep. We'll go ahead and once again summon this. We'll use one of these because it has the least amount of attack and one of our tokens. Although I guess if I had left the token there, I could have done more damage. You got another windstorm. Compulse. Fair enough. To attack. To attack. Did I already normal summon? Thought I did. Oh yeah, because I got that. Okay. Oh wait, gotta use that effect. Extra damage. He can attack twice. Really good in this deck because, again, this will send monsters or spell traps back. So oftentimes you can have a completely clear field. And just do things, man, and stuff. That almost 4,000 is pretty strong. Let me guess. If I had kept that other token there, I could have been attacking for game right now. Yep. And I can't Ixie summon with tokens. Oh wait, no, I wouldn't be game. This deals half damage. It's more of a beat stick, like to remove stuff from the field. That's fine, we got that. We've still got more plays. We can't ritual again, unless we draw something that lets us add our ritual spell back. Although normally 2 of them is all it takes. I don't have anything to recur them either, and we've already used 2. So we might actually want to be more cautious. But we've still got a bunch of rank 4 plays. We've still got a little toolbox of spirits we can use. Unless, did I already get rid of Yaksha? Yep, Yaksha's already gone. He's pretty cool. He can send spell traps back. He sends one spell trap back to the hand when he's summoned. So if your opponent just like sets one, you put that down there, and if it's a mere force, well, then it's back to their hand. It's useless. And if it's something like compulse, it forces them to use it then, or forever hold their peace. Ah, Lamia. So now he may actually be able to get his plays off. Also, was this the guy who was playing the, yeah, he was playing the Shard of Greed in a more than 40 card deck? What does he think he is? Ultimate Mind Games? I'm not sure, what was it? I'm recording this the day before that comes out, so I still have no idea how well that was received, or not well. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, in case people didn't know it, not to ruin the illusion, but those duels were completely faked. They were done with people on the Patreon who just like built decks. I mean, they pretty much just lost on purpose to make it look like that deck was actually good. I do not count that deck as actually being that was a joke. It was all one of those haha funnies. Let's just go ahead and get Nikitama. What does Beowulf do again? You can destroy all spell traps. Yeah, I don't want that to be happening. Let's just go ahead. I think I could win if I just make Utopia the Lightning. I mean, he's pretty cool, right? Let's just give him extra stuff. Because I have a rank 4 toolbox that I don't use a whole lot. So I can afford to put all these extra Utopia things in here. Ha-ha! And then we just detach these things. One Utopia and one non-Utopia. Yep. Yay, math is on my side. I beat possibly... I won't say the worst DDD deck. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could make worse, but definitely not a good DDD deck. We'll go into the 4th duel and see what we can come up with. Here we are, 4th duel versus Fresh Peanut. Sounds, I don't know. It kind of makes me hungry, but it kind of feels gross at the same time. Something about the word peanut. It ain't right, I tell you what. Let's see, we could do a whole lot of things. We could even cook an egg. But for our first, well, we don't have any defensive cards. And all the spirits get effects when they're summoned or when they're flipped face up. So I'm going to set this, and hopefully if he attacks into it, then I can grab something from my deck to my hand. And even if he doesn't, the ritual calling, the Shinobird calling, the ritual spell lets you use either monsters from your hand, field, or if they're spirits, you can use them from your graveyard. So as long as he doesn't banish this, I'll still have Manju plus Aratama to make whatever I want. And I can use I can use Manju to summon, to grab, not summon, to search the Shinobaron. Although, man, it's weird. Okay, so normally I play, I record the What a Deck on like a Saturday or a Sunday, and I don't get like the best decks oftentimes, especially on a Sunday, because a lot of people aren't playing. But tonight I'm doing it early because we got the Patreon hangout tomorrow. So this is like Friday night. This is when like kids are out of school. I would be expecting to see a lot more things. Instead I'm playing against Air Hummingbird. So we'll use... Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. In bird culture, this is considered a dick move. Okay, so I have 2 options. I could summon this, grab another Shinobaron, use him as the tribute, and then draw a bunch. Or I could summon this, and then I'll draw when this is summoned, but I'll use my Manju. I think I want to deck thin. The movie, the game. At least this time, I know what I'm getting. I'll know what I am getting. Yep. And let's go ahead and play this now. Just in case. Unless you got like an MST. Yeah, hi, 1300. So we'll use Shinobird Calling. We will summon this by tributing this. They're both 8. 3,000. Hope those aren't good traps. If they are bad traps, then I will be the victor. Haha, they are not the best of traps. So we'll send those back into the deck. And then I get to summon a level 4. Again. Gonna get that Nikitama. Just because I can make that cowboy. Or not cowboy. Samurai. Like a cowboy, but with fundamental differences. And then I get my draw anyway. Because I control a spirit. Oh, just what I always wanted. So let's attack with lowest first. Just in case he's got some sort of wind honest. Or maybe he's playing Gore's Emissary of Darkness. I mean, he did gain some life points, so I have a little bit more ways to go, but I can still do a pretty hefty... This deck can't quite OTK, which is what I think its main weakness is. Not really a weakness, but why it can't be, like, super competitive against today's decks. You really need to be able to... If you're going to clear the field, you really need to be able to capitalize on that, and this deck can't really do that well. I mean, it could do a lot, but it can't do as much as it needs to do. But we'll get those back. We'll draw, or not draw, but we'll get our calling, so we can summon another one next turn. And we've got some things as defense. I mean, unless he, like, Dark Hole Raigekis and then somehow finds a way to OTK with his remaining 2 cards, I'm pretty safe. Yeah, especially with this. Yeah, he just surrendered. I was gonna say, even if he had something to stop this, unless he had, like, Solemn Strike to prevent this, and then also a, like, Mirror Force to stop these 2, he wasn't gonna be surviving, so... Continue this surprising win streak as we go into the 5th duel. Okie dokie, 5th duel versus Roy0501, parentheses TW. I know these are country codes, I believe. They're not clan tags, as far as I know, but I don't know what TW... Taiwan, maybe? Possibly? Someone in the comments will let me know. You commenters are so helpful. I have, like, some of the best comments in all of, like, YouTube, I feel like. Very, very rarely do people just, like, outright shit on me. Normally it's just, like, legit criticism. Or just very kind thoughts. Speaking of kind thoughts, while I'm here, I want to give a big old hard-leg Patreon shout-out to Rocky. You may remember him. He was in the Psyframes tag duel on the DBC, and he was also the guy who requested the Dino Mist Synchro deck. And he's also just a cool guy in general. Nice, I think $25 patron, one of the higher levels, which is why he got to request an episode. And he also got a shout-out, because $10 patrons get a shout-out. So this is his shout-out. As always, if you want your comment to be pinned, say something nice about Rocky. Thank him for helping make this channel great. Because all the patrons really help. But he in particular, these high-level patrons, they do a lot to really get things... I lost my train of thought. Thank Rocky, okay? It's not the Sylvester Stallone Rocky. It's a different... I've talked to this guy. I know he's not Sylvester Stallone. So we've got Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. He can tag this out for just about anything. It's pretty cool. Let's go ahead. Pre-preparations of preparations. Pre-rights of rights. And because he's got no spell cards, we can finally summon the Baron. And then I think, yeah, what we're going to do, we'll go ahead, summon Aratama. Cha-ching. Grab that Nikitama so we can get some sweet draw action. Because either way, we'll have this on board no matter what he tags out for. And I believe, because this effect doesn't target, it's at resolution. So even if he tags out, we'll be able to send whatever he tags out back. So we'll send Nikitama, and we'll send one of our Yakshas since we've got both of them. And I'm not sure if he could do both effects at once, if he could stop this and tag out. Nope, he's just going to tag out. But yeah, I don't choose until resolution. So that goes back, that draws me a card. I get to do the funny ha-has. Good old 3,000 attack. Of course, I might be in a little spot of bother. Blue Eyes can OTK. They don't do it a lot, but they can. And he could probably summon that thing, the Spirit Dragon, out of the graveyard to get rid of these quaking mirror forces. So these will not be as helpful. I used to play a bunch of like hand traps, like Battle Faders and Tragodias and Gores. I used to not rely on traps. But in this current meta, most of the decks that you're going to fight against, like things like Invoked, Wind Witch, Zodiac, a lot of them are going to have monster negations. And so I found that stuff like Battle Fader was just getting negated, it wasn't actually working. And they don't have as much spell trap removal. So that's why I'm going with the Quaking Mirror Forces and the Drowning Mirror Forces in lieu of playing all these hand traps and stuff. I'm sure it'll be the same way once I get my Hardleg Spirits, the Spirit Toolbox, here in a couple weeks. I think it'll be 4 weeks from now? Something like that. It's, because there's 52 weeks in a year, and it'll be episode 104 will be my 2nd year anniversary. So yeah, so four more weeks, probably the first episode of next month, if my calculations are correct, which they often aren't. I'm not the best at math, although I'm getting slightly better. Even in my old age, I'm learning. And is this once per turn? Okay, no. But he's going to be able to banish things. And I don't like being banished. My Nikitama! I still got him there. We just gotta hope he tries to attack my tokens. Maybe he'll make some sort of big Ixie monster. How many... He had all the Return of the Dragon Lords. Every single one of them. Of course, next turn, unless that's a Solemn Strike. I keep saying that because that was, in testing this, it barely won 50%, and that was because every other deck was like me getting Solemn Striked. Everything goes face down, hope you have a nice day. Ooh. Good old Quaking Mirror Force. Ooh, that'll help too. So, we got this. He's all like boom wakasha. Let's get that ritual. Let's go ahead and use said ritual. We will summon this using things in our graveyard. I think we have graveyard, and yeah, no, we're gonna use one of these. Because that way we can still Ixie summon if need be. Because he will send all 3 of these back to the hand, and I can summon a level 4 or lower. I will pick Yaksha because it has higher attack. And I believe that's game. Yep, that's pretty much game. And either way, I had another rank 4 play, even if he played Battle Fader for whatever reason. So we win our 5th duel in a row. Again, not the greatest matchups. We're getting kind of lucky here, but I'm really happy. We get our 100th episode, and I'm actually doing things, and I don't have to set it up that I'm doing things. This is just random duels. That's one of those things I worry about. I'll have to see how the comments and stuff look, because again, I haven't seen that episode, but I was really worried faking one episode if people would worry that I fake the rest of the episodes, because these are definitely done just off the cuff, random duels. Whoever shows up to fight Bird Person, this is what they're getting. So either way, I'll see you in the 6th duel. Okie dokie, here we are, 6th duel, the technical halfway point versus Silhar. Silhar? Something like that. Pretty neat. Once again, pre-prep. So already starting, we got this already, so we could already ritual summon twice. The cool thing is if you ritual summon once and you got that monster in the graveyard, you could just use it. Well, it's going to be like that then, is it? Luckily, I don't have to special summon. It really helps to special summon with the things I have. Like, I don't have a great hand for not special summoning. But I can special summon. I've just got to hope I can destroy this. Right here, right now. There is no other place I'd rather be. Ah, with Paleozoics. My favorite. Summon? Use effect, perhaps? Maybe? No? No, you're not gonna... Well, good thing that's a counter trap, so he can't chain to it. Okay, let's deck thin. Deck thinning time again. We'll grab one of those. We'll set this, even though it doesn't hurt or help in any meaningful way. And we'll hope that we can get one of our normal summonable spirit monsters. Pretty much all of them can get over this. It's kind of a... I haven't seen this splashed into things. I guess that's how the barrier statues were originally intended to be used. They weren't intended to have a whole deck made around them. But that seems to be the best way to use them, is to just shut down all the special summons. Granted, I guess Paleozoic frogs doesn't really normal summon all that much, or at all, for that matter. Hey, that doesn't help. Oh yeah, it does. Well, I mean, it kinda helps. It'll help in the end phase. Depends what he's got. Oh yeah, you could summon a thing out. I'm not liking that. But it had to be done. Had to be done. Couldn't do it any other way. Okay. So now I've got to hope. I know he's got the one that's... If he has the one that halves my attack, that's fine. I'm still doing a little bit of damage and preventing him from keeping something up. If he's got the one that banishes or flips me face down, then I'm kind of screwed. But hopefully he'll just allow himself to take that 700 damage. He's probably reading this. And then when this returns to my hand, I'll get to blow up his barrier statue and only have the one. Hopefully. Kind of tense moment. An actual difficult duel. Does this... Oh, this gets... Ah, great. I probably shouldn't have just... Well, he would have been able to Ixie summon with that anyway. Fortunately, I've got two of my ritual spell, so even if he tree toads one... Well, one, this isn't going to be useful for him when he steals it, which is always nice. And two, I'll be able to use the other one and then send all his things back to the deck where they belong. There he is, swapping his frogs up again. Very tricky. The real question is, which one do I want to use? I think Baroness, because it can still attack over the Toad, the Totally Awesome, and if I can get rid of these, if he can't chain them. If he can chain them, I'm still losing my guy anyway. So, probably better to just do things. And hopefully I'll at least get a draw. I do like draws. Good old poison draw frog. Not played in frogs very often anymore. So, we'll be back on my turn, because he's going kind of slow. Okay, what am I draw? Pretty nice. Pretty nice. What to do? Well, this will let me get some recursion. Yeah, I'll try the calling first. I'll have to negate that. Then I can play this without being impeded. Calling maybe? Unless he's got like a dimensional barrier. That will suck. No? Oh, he's gonna... I was hoping he would just negate this in general. Do I have to use the effect? I hope not. No? Because now if I use the effect, he's just gonna tree toad it. A sad state of affairs, to be certain. He's much more clever than I thought. We'll activate this now. Get me up to 3,000. And we'll hope now that he can't... Oh, I can only tap Dupe Frog. Fucking Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog bullshit. Lost wins. Yep, unfortunately I've risked all and lost. This isn't returning the hand. I'm not gonna get either of these effects. Well, maybe, okay. Let's see here. Will ye negate? Nope, it's already negated. I was hoping maybe I could trick him. Maybe be a little tricky Pete. You could trust in Slippery Pete, I know. I've seen it. Why isn't Nikki Tama? Okay, there we go. I will use this effect then. Will you be negating that? If he does, I can't destroy his Tree Toad. But I'll get a draw, most likely. If he doesn't, I think I can blow up his Tree Toad. Granted, he'll just make another one, and it'll be a sad state of affairs for everyone involved. Mostly me. I mean, I guess it's not sad for him. But, you know. Well, either way, I'm pretty sure I've lost this one, so I won't make you sit here and watch. I'll rack up our first loss, and, you know, if things happen to turn around somehow, then we'll see that. I'll come back. But most likely you'll just see me in the next move. The next duel. Oh, he can't steal it because it's effect activated. Or he didn't want to steal it. I don't know. Oh, it can't be special summoned. Nice. But yeah, next duel most likely. Alrighty then, here we are, 7th duel versus existence itself. And as you probably noticed, we did indeed rack up one loss. This will not be the undefeated What a Deck. But that's fine. I completely was not expecting it to be. This is one of those ones I went in being like, if I can get half, I'll be happy. And I've hit half. I mean, now that I've come this far, it'd be nice to get more than half, maybe. Possibly, who could say? Oh, pardon me. Had one of those hiccup burps. Drinking too much water. Ah, kaijus. You're gonna have a bad time. I tell you what. I don't really keep Gradle kaijus. I mean, either way, he's gonna have a bad time. There's not much he can do with these things. I mean, he could take my monsters at the end phase. They're gonna return to my hand. Well, I mean, I guess he could take this. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see if we could just Baroness and get everything all gone. That'll be cool. Baroness, she's doing some things. Getting rid of all your stuff. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys today. We'll get this by attributing this. And I like Yaksha, but Aratama's better because it can search Yaksha. Now, do you have a negation for this? You do. A sad state of affairs, to be certain. In bird culture, this is considered a dick move. A sad state of affairs, unfortunately. So now he may actually be able to take my things by running into them. I didn't think he would play Fiendish Chain. Most people don't want it. They just want their monsters to attack into things and then go. Which is sad. I could have sent all of his things back. Oh, and he could destroy my Bewildering Wind with his Great Ol' Impact. Which he might do. Ah, I see. Let's see. 3, the attack and defense of all other monsters on the field. Okay. That won't particularly work. Bewildering Winds. Yeah, because he's going to take this, so I'll have its attack. And I'll use all his counters, too. Just be like, fuck you. Now you've got a 1350 monster. And fewer counters. With no effects. Enjoy! You're doing so much! Unfortunately, I mean, I'm kind of doomed. Well, not doomed. No, actually, I'm really good. I don't know what I'm thinking. Unless he sets another card, I could just do I could Aratama, get my Baroness back. And do the same exact thing. Yay. Aratama. Now let's try this again, but with feeling! Bada bingo. This, and we'll use the one in our graveyard. And I'll just be like... Unless you've got like an effect veiler now. You cannot. Your effects are negated. That, and that, and that. Nay. And then, yes, I will normal summon. One of these. What to take? I could take so many things. I could even cook an egg. But anything I put up here, he's going to be able to do things with. Yeah, so never mind for now. Kill that. Attack for several. Ah, damn it. But this is going to be... We'll have tokens on the field. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this anyway. But let's make sure he gets something that he's not going to be able to use. And I'll get to draw another card. Just banish that out of the graveyard. Let's just banish that out of the graveyard. We'll set our Quaking, because he's not going to like that. And then we'll have our 215 tokens in defense. Granted, he could still give us a he would have been able to give us a Kaiju anyway, but now it's like, if all he has is Gradles, he could take all of Rhapsody and Berserk. Which is not going to be too useful to him, because it's got 12,000 defense and nothing else. And that way, if he has like his Gradle Slime Jr., he's not going to be able to make his Synchro plays. Which is pretty nice. Pretty nice, perhaps. I would agree with that. Now I just need to hopefully be able to use my, my things. I need to get like another ritual. My last ritual. If I can send this back, I can attack for game. If I can do something. I don't think I have very much else, though. Well, I mean, if I destroy it, I'll still... Okay, old Drowning Mirror Force. Yeah, Drowning and Quaking. Fuck it. Why not? No, not to attack. See if we can get him to waste one of his, Gradles on one of my tokens. You want to take a token? Alright. It's a token of my gratitude. Hopefully this won't attack. I just because I can't Quaking Mirror Force it, because tokens can't exist face down. They're kind of like Link monsters before Link monsters. And he's only got one counter there. But at best he can ram this into another token. Or blow it up and attack this. But I can always Drowning Mirror Force and send all his things back into oblivion. I use that to blow up Rhapsody and take both my tokens. Hey, that's a pretty smart move, fella. Now you can attack me for upwards of 3,000. Unless someone were to Drowning Mirror Force you. And now you've got Kaijus, But now I'm not going to summon anything. So you're not going to be able to give me said kaijus. I mean, he's still got the Gradles, which could just start poking me for 1,000 if they wanted to. If he's got Gradle Eagle, that's 1,500. So I'm not completely out of the woods. This will still be a challenge, but he's running uphill at this point. Well, it's interesting. I wonder why he picked that one in particular. Jizukuri. Maybe he has a Call of the Haunted. He could, like, discard this and then get another one. Fortunately, if he does get another Gradle, he's going to be able to blow this up. But he can't use both effects each turn. So yeah, we'll see what I draw. Ah, that's a pretty good one to draw. I mean, it's not particular. This is just sort of like more draw power, and it's another level 4. But it's got 1,500 attack, which is a decent amount of attack. So I can hit him with 1,500. And then at the end phase, it just comes back. But yeah, this is mostly good if you can normal summon it, or even if you special summon it somehow. If it's on the field and you summon another ritual monster, or not another spirit monster, then you get to draw a card. And he's just playing Deck Thinning, the movie, the game. At this rate, I can make 4 more attacks. I'm wondering what his traps are. He may be able to do some things. But I'm pretty sure if I attack like a Gradle with a ritual, or with a spirit monster, and it'll return to my hand at the end phase. Unfortunately, the problem with these grind games, I think I mentioned before, is like I only have 3 of the ritual, and if I use all 3 of them, then these become dead cards. Ah, Bewildering Winds. I've already used 2, so it's becoming pretty difficult. Granted, if he's got another Fiendish Chain, he could use it on this. How did I guess? Maybe because he already had a Fiendish Chain. Although now he's using cards to keep my cards on the field so that he can use them for kaijus. But I have Bewildering Winds, and he can't have both kaijus. So if he gives me a kaiju and then steals it with a Gradle, I can Bewildering Winds it. Or I can, yeah. If he gives me a kaiju and then just steals it, then I can Quaking Mirror Force it. If he summons a kaiju to both sides of the field, I can Bewildering Winds it. Although he's probably just going to Gradle Impact and then steal, yeah. Dang old Gradle Impact. Too good against slower decks. I'll turn it face down. Okay. Pretty sure the Gradles can't steal face down cards. And you can't summon another kaiju if I don't have a face-up kaiju on the field. Did you just goof? I think you might have goofed there a little bit, buddy. I've played pure kaijus. I know what they're supposed to do. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Even though I have very little I can do. Not sure if he can use this during both players' turns. But he's just going to surrender. If he can, I mean, he could still keep flipping me down. It's not like I have anything I could do. But either way, a win's a win. Going into the 8th duel. Here we are in the 8th duel. I am not a very big fool. I'm just a little fool. And we're playing against roses. Do-do-do-do-do-do. If you like that song, I'm going to be putting it up on iTunes. You can enjoy it. It'll be 30 cents. Not really. Looks like we're playing against a hero kind of deck. Perhaps totally heroes, or could it just be Dark Law Turbo? Hard to say. I mean, we'll find out in a minute. But it's the waiting that gets you. It's the waiting, man. If you can't tell, I'm beginning to get a little tired. It's been one of those longer ones. Not super long like the last one I did. Which, again, I keep bringing up. I think I mentioned in that one, like, oh, I've been at this for 8 hours, but it really did take almost 8 hours to film that and get 10 wins to it. Yep, this is totally heroes. Which again, monster negation. I mentioned that at the start of this. I kept saying monster negation. And I was saying that in what's the word I'm thinking of? In relation to Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon and what's the other one? Solemn Strike. But Toad works just as well. He can negate all the things I'd ever want to do. Go ahead, Manju. You gonna let me Manju, bro? I would like to be able to Manju, perhaps. Nope. In bird culture, things like this are considered a dick move. I think at the very least, if you have Dark Law out and whatever card you have gets banished, you shouldn't be able to get it back. It should have to be a monster that was in the graveyard. So that's my only normal summon. I have none of my traps that stop things. He can most likely summon another Toad. If he can get another big monster out, I'm kind of doomed. So I think I may have already lost this one, just by virtue of starting out with a hand that's not all that great, and him having a hand that's pretty good. Just locking down all the things. So, I'm just going to go ahead, we'll skip right on into the 9th duel. Alrighty then, here we are, 9th duel versus Pedro Slim Brazilian Dollar Yasmin V. Very interesting. He has all the things in there. We're going to go second again. Looks like a 60-card deck with one in the extra deck. I'm thinking Infernoids. Show me Infernoids. Let's see if we can get that, whatchamacallit. No. This is not Infernoids at all. Hey. Howdy. How's it going? Having a dandy old time? He probably doesn't speak English because he's Brazilian, so all this talking is not doing much for him. But whatever. I don't give a fuck. But we're doing pretty good. We got double drowning. We've got our pre-prep and 2 monsters, and we can use this to grab another ritual monster. So we can use that for the full tribute. If we wanted to, we could use both of these and just draw a card and hope it's good for us. Plus we'll be getting that magical 6th card. What does this do again? Brazil, man. I know. BR. Ah, oh, very nice. So, let's see here. Let's just go ahead and show him the meaning of hate. We'll get him completely duped over. He will be like a dupe frog, but because I'm still angry from that last duel. I'm not really angry. Although I don't, archetype, spirits. Oh, I need to grab something. I think I'll grab another one of these so I can make a rank 4 next time. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. People say we monkey around. Yeah, we'll just go ahead. Use this, and we'll use both our Nikitamas, because we could search another one. Plus, I like double draws. I could summon a level... Oh, yeah. I thought it was asking me if I wanted to summon from my hand, and I was like, what? I don't have one. Hey, that's pretty good. Let's just hit him with some attack. Hope he doesn't have Gords. Then he'll have a 3,000 token. No one likes that. He might... Nope, okay. Might have Tragoedia. In that case, you want to wait until the 2nd attack. And then you summon it. Although he has so many cards in his hand, he should have done it after the first one if he had one. But it doesn't look like he has one. So, let's set... Let's set 3. I'm gonna say let's only set 2 just in case, but I don't think he's gonna be playing Masked Hero Acid. I think if anything, we'll have to worry about him doing like Twin Twister, so we might hit 2 of those, but then I'll have the 3rd one. And we'll just return things to the hand. Tokens. Yeah, the Magician Girls, I do have something planned for them. I haven't tried them out yet, so I don't know if it'll work. It may never end up actually on the What a Deck. There's sometimes when I try to make a deck work and I just end up having to throw it out and start over. But I have something planned for Magician Girls, and if it works, it'll be epic. People will quite enjoy it. He's got the Big Tit Magician Girl, also known as Aupperle. This card is targeted for attack. You can special summon level 5 or lower from your hand and change the attack target to it. But unfortunately for him, we're not really going to be doing that, that kind of thing, you know. It's a sad state of affairs, to be certain. We'll just grab another one of these, just in case. I guess I should have grabbed, like, Sousa Soldier. But we've got the 2 spirits in the graveyard, and none of our stuff that takes the spirits in the graveyard, so I'm just going to use the graveyard. And then it'll be the end of it. No, I don't want a special summon, because it'll just be Nikitama, and I want to keep Nikitama. Sadly, spirits, it's a sad state of affairs because this guy seemed kind of friendly. But unfortunately, he just normal summon 50-card Dark Magician Girl deck. Or I guess it's just Magician Girl. Oh. Thanks. A little too strong for Magician Girl, I think. But yeah, I've got this one. I'm going to talk to this guy. Maybe I can get him on the channel. You know, or not on the channel, but maybe I can get him to check out the channel. Even though he's Brazilian. He speaks a little bit of English, though. So I'm going to mark this down as a win. Unless I get battle fadered suddenly. And I'll see you in the 10th duel. Alrighty then. 10th and final duel versus EOD Banchou. Banchou? Like Bankai, but with fundamental differences. And I tried to talk to that guy, but he stopped responding as soon as I stopped talking here. So sadly, I will not begin to build my Brazilian audience from here. I was hoping I could be big in Brazil, get another 10,000 subscribers or so. But that's fine. I'll get subscribers either way. Hopefully my April Fool's Day thing went along great, and everyone shared it, and it was like my most popular video ever. And I've got like 25 million subscribers now. I just surpassed... Well, wait, I wouldn't surpass PewDiePie. Even my exaggerations don't surpass PewDiePie. He's got like 42 million or 43 million or something. That's just... It's insanity. I can't imagine. The comment section on his videos are just nonsense. So we've got a lot of traps. Could it be another Paleozoic kind of deck? Perhaps. He's playing the Pot of Desires. I've got my thing. No, some kind of Clifford, so I can expect all the floodgates. I'm probably not going to be able to summon a gosh darn thing. Not a dang doodle thing. But I'll try. I'll do my darndest. We'll get the Baroness on here. Stuff will be happening, mate. So let's see. We'll do one of those. Hey, we're the monkeys! We're not really the monkeys, I'm sorry. That was a lie. That was a bold-faced lie. I don't know why that song in particular is stuck in my head. I just say hey, and then it's like the next thing that comes out is we're the monkeys. So let's see. If I normal summon this, but then... Okay. If I do... Okay. But if I do this... So many options. Let's do this, see if we can bait out some things. I like to bait things. Well, that's going to be a little bit of a dander on our plans. Luckily, I have Quacking Mirror Force. You know, in bird culture, this is considered a dick move. Now, this is a really tricky... Well, okay. Things aren't going to... Not having my effects. So, I might as well just try to summon a big thing. We'll go for it. See what happens. Yep, I should have known. We'll get this out of the way, and that. Fortunately, my effects are negated anyway, and I'm better in defense mode. I'm gonna do it anyway. Bird Person can't stop me. You'll have to comment in the comments if you're aware of Bird Person and you like the things that he does and the things that he stands for. Hey, that'll give all my spirits. Some of my spirits are pretty big beat sticks. So, he's not going to be able to get over that. He may have some trouble. It depends if I can get, like, my Sousa Soldier. My Sousa Soldier becomes a 2500 beat stick with no negatives. So, I might be able to do some things, man, and some stuff. Not sure if I want to move this into attack mode just in case it gets, like, set or something like that. But, you know, we're in the 10th duel, we live recklessly. Let's see if we can out-beat down this beatdown deck. Just be like, well, shit, now my stuff doesn't come back to the hand, I could just beat down forever. You still can't get over this. I mean, he'll have things that activate and whatever, but, you know, that's fine. I don't mind. I mean, I've got one of my own. How you gonna feel when you get hit by your own quaking mirror force? Suddenly all your monsters are face down. And now he's got those deep barriers, and I mean that's the thing about skill drain too, is like it's at 1, and now he plays like these lose 1 turns aren't really as effective. His if he has solemn strikes, if my effects don't activate, like, he's not going to be able to use them. He's not going to really be able to make much use of D barriers. So a lot of his other cards become useless because he has skill drain. And with how much he's drawing, maybe I can stun, maybe I can draw him out. Do I play crazy? I don't play. The one deck I don't play Crazy Box in. When it would be useful. You don't expect in 2017 to really come up against Clifforts. But he's already more than halfway through his deck. If he can do other stuff. What does this do when it's, target 1 monster on the field, return to the hand. So we'll probably get rid of that. Whatever. Hey, I'll have a wind monster return to my hand. I can add stuff. I can possibly summon it again. What? Is this not the same one? Oh no, they're both yellow, but they're different things. Damn it. I was hoping for Quaking Mirror Force. Not even going to attack over that. What do I have in terms of things that will survive? Crooked Cook. He's unaffected if I don't control any other spell cards. Nothing really. Nothing at all. We'll just set that. Because I'm pretty sure you can't negate Nikitama's effect. That I'll be able to double normal summon either way. So I still have access to a rank 4 monster. Granted, it'll be put into defense mode. But if I get some things, I might be able to do some things. Alright? We'll just see what he does. We'll be back once something interesting happens. Oh hey, he is going to return that to my hand. Alright. That was just what I was hoping would happen. Unless you've got like Degenerate Circuit. That's not a trap though, I don't think. That's like a spell. Continuous spell where it's like every time something will come back to your hand. Does that activate Power Spot? No. Dumb. Oh, it has to be a face-up wind monster. Okay. They put that on there specifically to stop face-down wind monsters from having that effect. This increases their defense too, though. So let's see. This would be... Oh, only 23. You'll still be able to get over it. A sad state of affairs, to be certain. And yeah, because I play this, I don't really play any Twin Twisters or anything that would be able to get me... Oh, hey. That works, because I can do with my graveyard. Buy all our playsets and toys. See, that time I didn't go into... Okay. Summon this. We'll use graveyard. And we'll use graveyard. What up, bro? Oh, I shouldn't have used that. I should have just said no. Now he can Solemn Strike it if he wants to. I mean, he'll spend more life points. I'm still winning in the life point duel. I mean, he may have me over a barrel in other cases, but, I mean, I'm still winning the life point duel. It's going to be hard for him to give over something that's... Well, either way, if he had Solemn Strike, he could activate it now, because that's not an optional effect. They have to come back to the hand. But fortunately, he doesn't have such things. And he can't Pendulum. And now it's face up, so if it does return, I'll get another thing. Granted, I only have one more. But we'll see. Back to Stallfest. We'll be back. Oh, no! Now he has his scales. He will be able to summon all the things. And then if he tributes all the things, I will be in for a tricky pickle. Why he didn't get that before, I'll never know. But he may be able to do some damage, at least until I can get one of my bigger spirit monsters. I mean, if nothing else, I can just put these both out here to absorb some attacks. It won't be much, but it'll be a little bit. Shifts them all to defense mode, but they don't care because they just get their attacks anyway. Although if I flip this up, I could attack over. I mean, I'd just go back to the extra deck. Is normal summoning without tributing? You should have tributed. Then you would have had effects. You would have been able to clear in the field. Things would have happened. I mean, I guess you can get rid of this now, if you want to get rid of that. Plus, you could have drawn cards with Monolith. Maybe he doesn't want to draw any more cards. Maybe he's already worried about decking out, even though at this rate, it'll be 14 turns. We shall see. So many bird people. I didn't imagine this would be happening. Again, just gonna look over it again. Yeah, unfortunately, because I do control other cards. Well, either way, I think if he controls Skill Drain at the start, I'm not gonna be able to do things. Yeah, well... Yeah, I mean, either way, he's going to be able to just Pendulum Summon, so why put something out in attack, even if I can get over that? Yep, we'll be back when interesting things start happening. And he surrendered! Well, he did... I'm kind of mad he surrendered. He went through all the trouble of making me wait for all this, and it can't even come to a conclusion. What was his plan? Did he have a plan? Was he going to be making plans? He could have attributed things, I'm pretty sure. Who knows what was going on? Maybe with his scout he knew he didn't have enough things to send back. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to Well, whatever. A win's a win, even if it's an anticlimactic win. So I'll see you on the end screen. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Shinobird Turbo went 8-2. Much better than I thought this deck would do. Probably much better than it deserves. But, you know, fate was kind on me. It smiled down on me this day for the 100th episode, giving me slightly easier matches so I could show off what this deck does. And, you know, normally when I have a pretty good run like this, I won't show replays, but it's the 100th episode. You guys are a great audience. Thanks for watching me. So, I'll go ahead and put some replays at the end, because people seem to like those. And plus I have a couple cool ones where I go against a little stronger decks and show off how these can actually do against, maybe not meta stuff, but closer to the meta. Closer to the meta than we faced against today. So, stay tuned for that after the end screen and everything. Thanks a lot, guys, again for watching. Next week, I'll be doing a Patreon request. I believe it's for Fire Kings. I'll have to double check on that, but it's Fire, I believe it's Fire Kings with some crazy text in there. We'll see. I haven't started on it yet, but I'll start on it soonish. So, until then, good luck, and have fun. I'm hearing voices, animal noises, the creme de la creme, the feminine abyss, and I'm reaching my threshold, staring at the truth till I'm blind. My body's stupid, stereo putrid, pumping out music into raw sewage, reaching my threshold, staring at the truth till I'm blind. My threshold, reaching my threshold. I'm hearing voices, animal noises, the creme de la creme, the feminine abyss, and I'm reaching my threshold, staring at the truth till I'm blind. My threshold, go, I'll explode. My threshold, reaching my threshold.
Life's too short, so spread the love. You know it is, you know it is. You gotta do great things or you know they must be done. And someone's got it worse than you. You know he does, you know she does. So I'm asking you to spread the love. Yay!
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Just what lies ahead, only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my plan instead. Trusting in what you can see. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through, prove it to you. Follow me. Oh yeah.